With recent updates, Google Stacks are completely useless to build. Is it true? That's exactly what we're going to discuss today. My name is Chris Palmer, and in this video, Google Drive Stacks, this will be an update. So I have three things here that I want to touch on that can help you understand what I'm talking about a little bit better. So first and foremost, if you've been through my training, I say time and time again that stacks are for buffering. What do I mean by this? So let's cover point one, then we'll go to two, then we'll go to three. So point number one is stacks are for buffering. So stacks are made up of multiple different things. So part of the stack is your docs, your slides, your presentations, all of that stuff, right? And then attached to that are other properties, generally Web 2.0s, bloggers, WordPress sites, G sites, Amazon sites, right? This all makes up one stack, all right? So number one is stacks are used for buffering. If you've been in my training, I said that time and time again, that the stack by itself is nothing. Because at the end of the day, before they made this change, these particular properties, the slides, the docs, and all of those elements only had a small, tiny fragment of power, like minuscule amounts, right? So the idea and the point of it was everything stacked together, hence the name stack, is where you would get your benefit from. So the purpose of this is to buffer, which is my point number one. They're still useful for buffering out links. You can still build out these elements, right, with a new Google account. And stick with me, I have a tip for you. With a new Google account, you can still utilize a stack for buffering out links, and you can still use a stack to create relevance. So that's point one. Two, and I talked about this just a little bit. Two is stacks are nothing without the stack. Like I just walked you through. You have your main properties that are inside of the Drive folder. You have your AWS. You have your Google site. All of these elements together, plus you have to throw links at it, is what makes up the stack. That's why it's powerful, right? You're able to buffer links. I've said that so many times. So a stack is nothing without the actual stack. Those properties by themselves are nothing. And three, we're still seeing elements inside of search engines. We're still seeing docs ranking. We're still seeing folders ranking. But the problem with this those are old accounts. So the tip that I want to leave you with that can certainly help you with your G stacks today is if you want to still utilize the little bit of power that the doc has, that the sheet has, that all of those elements have, then you need to buy aged Gmail accounts that still have an aged Drive folder attached to them. You can still get aged accounts where you still have the option to post publicly, then you'll still be able to get that little bit of power from creating those elements. Because as I'm going through and as I was checking all of the stacks that I created, all of them were with the old Gmail with an old Drive attached. So one, stacks at the end of the day, are they useful? They're not as powerful as they once were. However, you can still utilize them for buffering. Plus, the stack is nothing without the stack. So if you can get all of those elements together and you can stack them all up, you can use that as a buffer to your website. I mean, you can literally tear these properties out. And three, the tip is if you still want to utilize and get benefit, then buy an old aged Gmail with an old Drive account within it, and you'll still be able to implement Drive stacks the old way. So my name is Chris Palmer. If you have any further questions related to Drive stacks, Google SEO, SEO in general, anything at all, always feel free to go ahead and ask in the comments below. And I most certainly look forward to seeing you in the next Google SEO Drive Stacks video. Have a wonderful day.